Kansas is reporting its highest total of new cases in the past 2 weeks. Since Friday, the state has 406 new cases. Missouri is adding 140 new cases. Now, that's a big drop from 413 cases reported Sunday. In Missouri, 5.5% of tests are coming back positive. The World Health Organization wants that number at 10% or below. In Kansas, it's the same. 5.5% of the tests are coming back positive. Health directors in our area are watching those numbers closely. KMBC9 investigative reporter Matt Fleener breaks down the rising trends in a few key areas while others are remaining steady.
We're seeing more people move around. Traffic has picked up, and that means more people are getting COVID-19.
Transmission is clearly increasing.
Johnson County's top public health doctor has seen more cases of COVID-19 in the past few weeks.
The reason that we're seeing the increase in cases is because things opened up, increased activity, people not wearing masks.
That's a trend Dr. Sandy Ariola wants to go down. In Johnson County, the state's most populated county, the percentage of positive cases is at 3.9%. Relatively good news considering the county is testing more. Another key metric in Johnson County, new hospitalizations peaking in early April.
The key number to look at is the number of new hospitalizations, and that is not trending up.
In both Kansas and Missouri, hospitals still have capacity. Still, Dr. Ariola says it is no time to let our guard down.
The risk is higher now than it was 4 or 5 weeks ago. Protect yourself.
That risk again because people are starting to move around. Now, Kansas and Missouri haven't seen the alarming trends like Texas and Arizona, but health officials here are watching those numbers extremely closely over the next few weeks. Matt Fleener, KMBC9 News.
Dr. Ariola says older populations continue to be at risk. The county has also focused more resources on contact tracing. New at 4, Wyandotte County is putting out guidelines for schools to reopen in August. Leaders are suggesting grade-level pods to operate as a school within a school. That would include shared lunch time, shared recess time, and limited interaction between grades. Masks would be recommended for students, staff, and visitors. Wyandotte County might eventually require masks, though, to make sure that schools remain open. Right now, the unified government of Wyandotte County and Douglas County plan to stay in phase 3 of their reopening plans for at least 2 more weeks. Both plans were set to expire today. That means only gatherings of up to 45 people are allowed. All businesses are allowed to be open with social distancing guidelines. Now, the City of Independence is also delaying its next phase to reopen. KMBC9's Bianca Beltran joins us live after talking to the mayor there. And Bianca, we understand this is due to outbreaks at nursing homes.
Kelly, 2 outbreaks in care facilities in Independence have resulted in 90 positive cases. There's also a rise in cases in eastern Jackson County, so the City of Independence is slowing its reopening plan for city buildings, community centers, playgrounds, and historic sites. Now, restrictions vary, but Mayor Weir says that the city's decisions are based on the ability to maintain social distancing and regular cleaning.
There continue to be increases in cases all over the country. We've experienced it very significantly here in Independence with outbreaks in 2 of our congregate care facilities. Those numbers are increasing, and we're very confident that there will continue to be other outbreaks that are likely to be reported.
Now, the Independence Farmers Market will be open to foot traffic starting July 11th, but historic sites like Vail Mansion will be closed for the rest of the season, which typically lasts through October. Whether or not it will open for the holiday season will be evaluated in September. Reporting from Independence, Missouri, I'm Bianca Beltran, KMBC 9 News.
Thank you, Bianca. Now, businesses are following Jackson County's recovery plan, which is in phase 2 of reopening. That limits outdoor gatherings and special events to 50 people. Capacity is limited at 50%. Kansas City, Missouri is under an emergency order until July 5th. As far as customers go, all businesses in the city are limited to half their capacities. There are no limits on the size of social gatherings. Table separation at restaurants must be 10 feet plus 6 feet between parties from the backs of their chairs. The World Health Organization is warning we have entered a dangerous new phase of the pandemic. At least 22 states are seeing an increase in cases. 12 of those are setting daily records, including Missouri. A new model shows Florida could become the country's new epicenter. In this chart of Miami, you can see the projected cases. They skyrocket in July. More than half the cases reported on Saturday were under 35 years old. Doctors are now urging young people, especially those living with older family members, to take this seriously.
We're starting to see these asymptomatic spreaders passing it along to their family members, their parents and their grandparents, who are definitely more likely to get sick as opposed to a younger, healthier individual.
However, some areas are pushing forward. New York City, the country's former epicenter, is now in phase 2 of reopening. This means outdoor dining, salons, barbershops, and more retail stores can reopen. Now, we continue to watch how many people have recovered from the virus. Of 1,800 cases in Wyandotte County, its health department says more than 500 have recovered. Johnson County, Kansas is reporting 714 people have recovered. And Leavenworth County says more than 1,000 people who tested positive have also recovered. More than 800 of those cases in Leavenworth are from the Lansing Correctional Facility.